Greetings, everyone. Blessings. We're going to continue on today with Side by Side, book number 2, chapter number 9. Book number 2, chapter number 9 for Side by Side. So let's begin. Hope you were able to complete chapter 8 and that you have also caught up with the previous chapters. So continue studying. You're going to continue to get better. You can do it. So we're going to be talking about the past continuous tense and the reflexive pronouns as well, and while clauses, what that looks like, what that sounds like, and how to use them. We're also going to be describing ongoing past activities. So let's look at this vocabulary. Please make sure you repeat after me. There you go. Make it a little smaller so you can see it all. There you go. Here we go. Fight. Break into. Crash into. Drop. Faint. Fall. Lose. Spill. Trip. Get on. Get off. Get out of. Burn myself. Cut myself. Hurt myself. All right, so let's continue on. This is called the blackout. Repeat after me. I was working. He was working. She was working. It was working. We were working. You were working. They were working. Last night at 8, there was a blackout in Centerville. The lights went out all over town. What was Doris doing last night when the lights went out? She was taking a bath. What were Mr. and Mrs. Green doing last night when the lights went out? They were riding on elevator. So if you look here, we have here Doris is just one person, singular. We use the passive of the verb to be, singular. Now here we have, we're using here was, because, singular. And here we're using were because we're talking about two people, right? When we answer, we use they for the pronoun, and we're going to use were for the plural past tense as well. So we have to use the plural form of the auxiliary verb for the verb to be. Let's delete this. Let's do example number 1. Remember, you're getting good at this, so it is your responsibility to complete all the exercises. I'm only going to demonstrate how to do it. And that is all. Number 1, what was David doing last night when the lights went out? He was cooking. That's it. Just don't forget when you do number 2, you have Mr. and Mrs. Park. So you have to use the plural words that we discussed. You have to use were, right? So make sure you practice that. So please take a picture, click, 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 and then please answer this question. You can answer this question in the book or you can answer it in your journal. What were you doing last night at 8 o'clock? Continue on. I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me. Let's see what this conversation looks like. I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me. Really? When? At about 2:30. You were getting out of a taxi on Main Street. That wasn't me. Yesterday at 2:30, I was cooking dinner. I guess I made a mistake. All right, so let's do number 1. I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me. Really? When? At about 3 o'clock. You were walking into the laundromat on Blackwell Street. That wasn't me. Yesterday at 12:30, I was working at my office. I guess I made a mistake. So please make sure you take a picture, click, click, complete the exercises, take a picture of the whole page, click, click. Make sure you write them down in your notebook or write them down in your actual book. And now we're going to complete a reading titled A Robbery. And then we're going to have questions. The questions are reflected upon the reading where you have to actually write a dialogue. So make sure you pay attention carefully. Here we go. There was a robbery at 151 River Street yesterday afternoon. Burglars broke into every apartment in the building while all the tenants were out. The man in apartment 1 wasn't home. He was washing his clothes at the laundromat. The woman in apartment 2 wasn't home either. She was visiting a friend in the hospital. The people in apartment 3 were gone. They were having a picnic at the beach. The man in apartment 4 was out. He was playing tennis at the park. The college students in apartment 5 were away. They were attending a football game. And the elderly lady in apartment 6 was out of town. She was visiting her grandchildren in Ohio. Yesterday certainly was an unfortunate day for the people at 151 River Street. They had no idea that while they were away, burglars broke into every apartment in the building. And you know that the past tense for break in is broke, right? This is an example of one of the dialogues that you can write. The tenants at 151 River Street are talking to the police. Using this model, create dialogues based on the story. So you have different families from different apartments. So you can create one story per person residing in an apartment. So you have 6 different families that are out. So you can do up to 6 if you would like. But the first one is pretty much done for you. Which apartment do you live in? Apartment 1. Were you home at the time of the robbery? No, I wasn't. I was washing my clothes at the laundromat. What did the burglars take from your apartment? They took my VCR, my computer, and some money I had in a drawer in my bedroom. How much money did they take? About $300. So do this so you can practice the different scenarios. Please repeat after me. He went to the movies by himself. I, myself, you, yourself, he, himself, she, herself, it, itself, we, ourselves, you, yourselves, they, themselves. What did John do yesterday? He went to the movies. Oh, who did he go to the movies with? Nobody. He went to the movies by himself. So let's do number one. What did Aunt Ethel do yesterday? She went to the circus. Oh, who did she go to the circus with? Nobody. She went to the circus by herself. You see her sitting there all by herself, right? So there you go. So please take a picture, click, and make sure that you take a picture of the rest of the exercises, click, so you can complete them when you have a minute. They continue on. Okay. So let's continue. I had a bad day today. Repeat after me the word while. Repeat after me. You look upset. I had a bad day today. Why? What happened? I lost my wallet while I was jogging through the park. I'm sorry to hear that. So this is the word that we're discussing. He lost his wallet while he was jogging. Harry looks upset. He had a bad day today. Why? What happened? He cut himself while he was shaving. Mientras. I'm sorry to hear that. So please take a picture, click, and then you can complete these exercises. Take a picture, click. I will do number one. You look upset today. I had a bad day today. Why? What happened? I hurt myself while I was fixing my fence. I'm sorry to hear that. That's what you have to do for all of them. Remember, when you're changing the verbs, that cut stays the same and hurt also stays the same as well. So take a picture, please, click. And there are more exercises coming up over here. So take some more pictures here. 4 through 9, click. I'll leave it again 1 second. Take a picture. Okay. And please repeat after me. How to say it, how to react to bad news. Reacting to bad news. I'm sorry to hear that. That's too bad. That's terrible. That's a shame. What a shame. What a pity. How awful. Practice the conversation in this lesson again, reacting to the bad news in different ways. So you can go back into the lesson and you can read some of the things that happen when the bad things happen in the apartment, for example. What would you say to the people there? I'm sorry to hear that. And how about you? Please write this in your journal. Everybody has a bad day once in a while. Can you remember when something bad happened to you? What happened? And what were you doing when it happened? So please complete this section and do it in your journal. Excellent. And we're going to do a reading about Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th is supposed to be a scary day. Some bad things are supposed to happen because it's a day where there is not too much luck. For some people, we know that's not true. But let's read it so you understand. You need to know that before we read it. So here we go. Friday the 13th. Don't forget that. TH. 13th. Yesterday was Friday the 13th. Many people believe that Friday the 13th is a very unlucky day. I myself didn't think so until yesterday. Yesterday, I burned myself while I was cooking breakfast. My wife cut herself while I was opening a package. My son poked himself in the eye while he was putting on his glasses. Our daughter spilled milk all over herself while she was eating lunch. Both our children fell and hurt themselves while they were rollerblading. And we all got wet paint all over ourselves while we were sitting on a bench in the park. I'm not usually superstitious, but yesterday was a very unlucky day. So next time it's Friday the 13th, do yourself a favor, take care of yourself. So now you have to do the reading checkup. So it's talking about the man of the story. He's talking with a friend using this model. You're going to also create more dialogues based on this story. My wife had a bad day yesterday. Oh, what happened? She cut herself while she was opening a package. That's too bad. You're going to put an expression. Okay? And let's do this section over here together. He blanked himself while he was cooking. So if he's cooking, what did he do? He burned himself, right? His daughter spilled, according to the reading, what did she spill? Milk, right? His son poked himself in the eye. Number 4, his children fell and hurt themselves. Very good. And we got paint all over. All over what? Ourselves. Very good. Excellent. Now we're going to complete a listening section. Get ready. There we go. Number 1, you're going to listen to the conversation. Then you're going to say what happened to these people. Listen and choose the correct answer. Here we go. Number 1. How did you do that? I did it while I was shaving. What did he do? He cut himself. Very good. Number 2. When did it happen? While I was getting off a bus. What happened? She tripped. Number 3. Why do you think it happened? It was a very hot day. Why do you think it happened? What happened? It was a very hot day. So if it was a very hot day, what could have happened? If it's really hot and you don't drink enough water, you don't stay hydrated, you can faint, right? Number 4, the park isn't as safe as it used to be. You're right. Why would the person say that? Because somebody stole his wallet. Good job. Number 5, what were they doing? They were playing outside. And what happened while they were playing outside? They fell on the sidewalk. And number 6, how did it happen? He dropped the glass. So what does that mean? So if he dropped the glass, then he spilled the water. We got 1 reading left, and you're going to have to answer these questions over here. True, false, or maybe if the answer isn't in the story. So make sure you read those. Take a picture. Click, click. Let's read the story. And you may want to take a picture of the story too. Click, click, just so you have it. An accident. I saw an accident this morning while I was standing at the corner of Park Street and Central Avenue. A man in a small red sports car was driving down Park Street very fast. While he was driving, he was talking on his cell phone. At the same time, a woman in a large green pickup truck was driving along Central Avenue very slowly. While she was driving, she was drinking a cup of coffee and eating a donut. While the woman was driving through the intersection, the man in the sports car didn't stop at the stop sign, and he crashed into the pickup truck. The man and the woman were very upset. While they were shouting at each other, the police came. Fortunately, nobody was hurt badly. So remember that come is in present tense and came in past tense, okay? So please answer these questions, and then in your journal, please, you take out your journal and you can complete this. How about you? Tell about an accident you saw. Where were you? What happened? Was anybody hurt? Thank you. Repeat after me. What did he do? Who did he go with? What was he doing? Where was she driving? How did he hurt himself? Where did he fall? Where was she going? Where did it happen? Excellent. And side-by-side journal, please complete this in your journal as well. Some people like to go places and do things by themselves. Others like to do things with family members and friends. How about you? Do you like to do things alone or with other people? Write about it in your journal. And let's repeat, and we finish up today. Past continuous tense. What was I doing? What was he doing? What was she doing? What was it doing? What were we doing? What were you doing? What were they doing? I was eating. He was eating. She was eating. It was eating. We were eating. You were eating. They were eating. I took a walk by myself. You took a walk by yourself. He took a walk by himself. She took a walk by herself. It took a walk by itself. We took a walk by ourselves. You took a walk by yourselves. They took a walk by themselves. While clauses. We just reviewed the reflexive pronouns. So just so you don't forget this, okay? This is focusing, you see all the self? It reflects on the person. Okay, so if that helps you. And while clauses. I lost my wallet while I was jogging through the park. He cut himself while he was shaving. And please repeat the last vocabulary. We'll finish up with this. Attend, bite, break into, burn myself, crash into, cut myself, deliver, drop, faint, fall, get a flat tire, get off, get on, get out of, hurt myself, lose, open, poke myself, practice, spill, stop, take a test, take a walk, trip. All right, everyone, well done, good job. We have just finished chapter number 9, book number 2 for side by side. Again, chapter number 9, book number 2, side by side. Please continue studying, continue doing the best job you can, continue reviewing. Please complete all the exercises and don't forget, I believe in you. God bless you and keep on studying. Have a blessed day.